We did it, folks. We beat the goers. Of course, you don't need to beat the goers. You can easily just throw that match if you don't feel like engaging with Blitzball at all, and frankly, I wouldn't blame you. I wouldn't blame you one bit. Nothing more victorious than a thumbs up. Just look at Terminator 2. This episode is 20 minutes, for which I'm very grateful, because it means I can get through all 6 of these in one night. I could have made them each shorter, but then I'd have more videos, and I'd have the same overall amount of recording to do, except there'd be more data management, so it'd be a bigger pain in the ass. Now we're being attacked by Sahagin. Sahagin, an enemy that I think goes all the way back to Final Fantasy I, if I remember correctly. Here they're the most fish-like they've ever been, because you can actually fight in water for once. Normally they're kind of like merfolk in Magic the Gathering, where they're like fish people. Here they're just fish, with what appear to be grasping claws at the end of their front fins. And just like those Machina from earlier, this part is a little bit boring because you gotta fight them just one after another in this wave after wave after wave. And unfortunately, the way Waka is leveled up right now, he's doing just enough damage that it takes 2 hits to kill these things. They have 170 HP, and he's hitting for, unless he crits, he hits for no more than 165. Titus, fortunately, is strong enough to kill them easily in one hit. Look at those fans in the background. Still excited to see this hype shit with their 2-frame animation. I bet those fans in the background weren't nearly as clear in the PS2 version. They couldn't have been, right? At 480? At that resolution, they would have been like little nothings. I mean, Titus is acquitting himself well here, but Waka is holding us back. If I managed to give him just one more strength node before this, he would have been able to kill them in one hit. Because again, the stat increases in this game are quite appreciable. And increasing character strength by 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 leads to an immediate boost. At least we got a lot of power spheres for it.
What's happening?
I don't know why that was necessary. I don't know why that wasn't a cutscene. It could have just been part of this. It's our boy. Oh man, Orin, you're my favorite.
Sir Orin!
So, you do know him?
Yeah, best guardian there ever was.
Oh, fuck, it's a Garuda. Last time we needed an Aeon to beat the Garuda, but now we have a secret weapon. Well, no, we don't have a secret weapon. We're just not being held back. We can use the tech at hand, so you just use Dark on it. You afflict it with darkness and it can't do shit to you. Can't recall if I mentioned it in one of the videos that didn't get messed up, but I appreciate that this game incentivizes you to use your ailment-inflicting abilities, so Dark Attack or Magic Break, all of those, that normally in a Final Fantasy you wouldn't bother to use because they don't pay dividends, as I've mentioned several times. But here, they pay immediate dividends, because you'll encounter enemies like this, and a simple Dark Attack effectively neuters them. It makes fighting them worthwhile, whereas in many other Final Fantasies, I would encounter an enemy like this and just run away, because it's not worth the effort. That wolf has a butthole. And Titus is going to say, hey, give me a break. But I accidentally skipped by it. Which, frankly, we could have easily handled that. Like, the wolf and the whatever would have died real quick, and then Waka would blind the Garuda. And we just kill that Garuda. But that's fine. Because Seymour's about to summon the most metal Aeon. Probably in all of Final Fantasy. Yeah, there's no... I don't think there's any arguing with that one. Every angle of this thing is a different album cover. And it's just gonna murderize all these monsters as it weeps blood. Those arms under the chin, around the neck, that hold that chain, they don't quite work. It might be their positioning, it might be their proportion. They look a bit silly.
You're really leaving, Captain? Shouldn't you heal up first? Yuna needs me with her now.
Plus, Yuna's a white mage, so she can just take care of that right away.
Yeah, but... Come on, look sharp! The Blitz season just started. Don't make those faces, yeah?
Don't know if that guy on the far left has just paint or tattoos or just strategic vitiligo.
Well, see ya, boys. You be good.
You get to bed on time, yeah, brother? Eat your breakfast, you hear me? Y'all be good now.
Are you sure?
Never liked long goodbyes anyway. Sorry for making you wait, Yuna. I had some promises to keep, yeah? From now on, I'm your full-time guardian.
Then welcome back, Sir Waka. Good to have you with us.
Hey. It's good to be back, yeah? So, any news on what happened?
Not really. We don't know where the fiends came from.
Well, I've beaten this game 3 or 4 times, and even I can't remember where the fiends came from.
Maester Seymour's Aeon. It was so powerful.
I'm not certain if they ever actually address that question in the future.
Hey, you! Don't just stand there! All of this is your fault! Getting swallowed by sin, ending up here in Spira, not being able to go back to Xanark, and everything! Ugh, I'm telling you, it's all your fault! Who are you, anyway? You knew my old man, didn't you?
Yeah,
And you also knew Yuna's father?
that's correct.
Hey man, there's no way. That's just impossible.
Nothing impossible.
It's odd to me that Titus apparently never asked Oron who he is.
Together we defeated sin. 10
Apparently
years ago.
Titus has known Orin for almost 10 years now. We see him in multiple flashbacks, both when Titus is a child and when Titus is an
One
adult.
day, I could bring you to Spira.
I guess Titus just never asked. I guess this old man just started following him around and Titus never thought to ask him who he is.
Me too.
Is he alive?
It depends on what you mean by alive. He is no longer human. But then, I felt something object there in that shell, couldn't you? You must have felt him when you came in contact with sin.
It can't be.
It is. Sin is Jekt.
No, that's ridiculous! No way! I don't believe you!
But it is the truth.
I appreciate that this reveal comes early on, and that it's not obfuscated in any way. It's not something that they tease along for hours and hours, and you go, okay, I get it. I get it. Jekt is sin, Jekt is sin, just tell me. Sin is Jekt, come on, just tell me. It's just,
I don't care about your story.
Orin has no reason to hide it. So hey, here it is, out in the open. Deal with it.
I see. Sorry you feel that way. Fine then. Come or don't come, it's your decision.
Like right there, that line, it was spat out a little bit quickly, a little faster than you think a voice actor would like to take with it. But it was still delivered better than what Titus would do.
Anyways, I have to go with you. I have to.
Irritating. I know. Or are you afraid? It's all right.
All right. Will I ever go home? Back to Xanarkand?
That's up to Jekt.
But probably not.
I'm going to offer my services to Yuna. Come.
I wonder what Orin's reception is within the fan community. I mean, you don't see a lot of cosplay come out of this
Sir
game.
Orin knows him, apparently.
Because again, this game's legacy is marred by its voice acting quite a bit.
Think he'll find a way back to
And so
Xanarkand?
the deeper appreciation of it seems to be lost. We just think, oh, this is the part where there's that part
He's
where
still in
Titus
town,
laughs like an
isn't he?
idiot. Okay, that's that
I
game.
think I'll go see him.
But I have the feeling there's a deep swell of fandom for this game that can never quite break the surface. Even though Titus is just being a mopey child right now. Mommy!
Yuna,
Mommy, I want to get ice cream, Mommy!
I wish to become your guardian. Do you accept?
You're serious?
You refuse.
No, no. We accept, right, everyone?
Of course. No problem at all.
But why?
I promised Braska.
You promised? My father? Thank you, Sir Orin. You're welcome to join us.
And
It's unfortunate because there's a lot I want to talk about with this game, but I can't do it until we get to the relevant moment within the story. So I just sit here and, well, sit
this
on it.
one I promised Jecht.
Is Sir Jecht alive?
Can't say. Haven't seen him in 10 years.
I see.
You'll meet eventually.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it.
What's our itinerary?
Yeah, Lulu does look like the,
Hey, come with me.
what's the word I'm looking for? I just had it on my tongue. She looks like the one you would talk to. The logistician. She looks like the thinker in the group, doesn't she? The one you'd have the itinerary on hand.
Hey, watch.
Hey, you got pretty good.
And really fast. I've been trying it for years and I can't manage it, but then I very rarely try it.
Want to scream?
I really don't think that's gonna help this time.
You know what? It's embarrassing to say this myself, but summoners and their guardians are kind of like Spira's ray of light. A lot of people
You're right, that
in
is
Spira
embarrassing to say.
depend on us
Incredibly schmaltzy. Maybe keep that to yourself, Yuna.
to practice smiling when I'm feeling sad, you know. I know it's hard.
Yeah, I understand.
Remember, kids, always smile.
I think.
Right. Now let's see what you can do.
Huh?
Come on.
There are moments like this where Yuna's voice actor just shines through, as if she was allowed to just perform. It's a shame that doesn't that's not persistent throughout the entire game. Oh god, the facial animations took some more work.
This is weird.
You'll see in 10
Next,
too,
try
in
laughing
about
out
40 or so episodes. They got a lot better at that.
Come on, show
And then in
me.
12, they kind of had it on lock. They overextended themselves early on with this game. And again, that mars the overall cultural legacy of this title. This most notorious of moments.
You probably shouldn't laugh anymore.
Yeah, these two chuckle fucks are made for each other.
Too funny.
It was your idea.
They're just gonna be doing the Texas Square dance for the rest of the game.
Thank you. I want my journey to be full of laughter.
Okay.
If we should get separated, just whistle. I'll come running. I promise.
They already used that line in Final Fantasy VIII. Not the part about whistling, of course, but about coming running.
Well, let's go. What are you looking at?
We were just worried you guys might have gone crazy.
Sorry. Well then, alright. Now, we will go to the temple at Jose. And Guardians, don't forget to smile.
Even when everything is terrible around you, always, always smile.